Hi, and welcome to this new episode of the Just Another Podcast. I'm your host, Tom, and today is a very special day because we're going to review and see what happened in the last game. The last game of the NFL season, the Super Bowl, the most important game in all sports, with the Stanley Cup and other things. Okay, Rams against Bengals in the Super Bowl. Rams, like I told you, they did a very good job to get in the big game, and Cincinnati was a surprise. Well, they were the champions of the North, but I didn't think they were going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. But here they are. Okay, it was a very good game, maybe the best Super Bowl in the last 4 years because last year Tampa Bay against Kansas, terrible. Kansas City against San Francisco, it was good until the fourth quarter, and the other game was Patriots against LA Rams. Was It was a good defensive game, but that's it. So let's talk what happened in this game because it was it was amazing. Really, the presentation were of the both teams was very good, and well, the Rams start with the ball, and the Bengals did a very good defensive play to get a sack and stop them. So on the first place of the game, it was more like defensive, but then the Rams scored a touchdown. Finally, OBJ Abdul Beckham Jr. finally got his touchdown in the Super Bowl, and then the Bengals strike with a field goal, 3 points, only that 7 against 3. Then the Rams score another touchdown with Cooper Cup, the best player right now in the league. I don't know. Well, it's between him and Aaron Donald, but we're going to talk about that later. Was They tried to score a 1 point conversion and to kick the 1 point conversion, but the defense did a very good job and they stopped them. It was only 13 against 3. So then the Bengals start playing better, not very good, but better. They scored a touchdown and they were like 10 against 13 at the end of the half. Then the Super Bowl halftime show was amazing. Really, it was Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige, and also was 50 Cent. That is not it's not more 50 Cent. Now it's a dollar because he's fat. You understand the joke? Well, it's okay. It was amazing. A very good halftime show performance, and well, it was a very good start for the Bengals because they had the ball in the first ball of the first offensive possession. Sorry, of the second half, and they scored a touchdown on the first play on the first throw. But in that play, there was a penalty, a holding penalty by the T. Higgins, the wide receiver for the Bengals. But the refs didn't saw that and was a touchdown. So right there, they were um, 17 against 13. So now the Rams need to score, but then happened the interception. Yeah, Matthew Stafford threw an interception the second because in the before the first half finished, he threw an interception, but it was not much importance on that. But this interception, the second one, it was on their field at the 35 of the Rams, so they were very close. If Cincinnati would score a touchdown on that interception, we're, we're probably we're going to see another champion, but they only score a field goal. So they scored 20 points. They were 20 against 13. So then it was a defensive game. In the first half, the O-line from the Bengals played very good. They stopped Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and I forgot the other the defensive player name that is very good. Leonard Floyd. Yeah, I think so. So they only allowed one sack. So that's pretty amazing. But after the second half, I don't know what happened. The Rams did very good um, defensive decisions to adjust the game. So after that 3 points, it was sack after sack after sack after sack. Yeah, it was very ugly to see because the online of the Bengals just fell apart. I don't know what happened with them. They were playing very good. I was surprised, really, and they they blew that opportunity. But the defense for the Bengals played very good until one point because they stopped like three straight or two straight times the Rams offense, and then he scored like 3 points on the third quarter. So it was it was 16 against 20. So it was very close game until the finish. If the Bengals would score only 3 points, it would be very different. But that defense was playing very good. They were like in the halftime. I don't know. They said, "What happened? We have the best D line in the league, and we have one sack." I don't know. I don't know what happened if he drank a special juice or something like that. He was playing very good. Also, Von Miller. That is the first player in the NFL history to have one or two sacks with two different teams in the Super Bowl. So, congratulations to the Super Bowl MVP of the Super Bowl 50. Now, fourth quarter. It was a thriller because Rams didn't score. Well, the defense played very good, and Bengals, that line just fell apart. It was very good to see, but it was very entertaining. It was very funny. I was having a lot of fun. But then in the final drive, with 2 or 3 minutes left, it was Matthew Stafford, and Cooper Cup show. Cooper Cup, the best wide receiver in the game. I don't know. There were some people saying, no, he's not the best wide receiver. I think Tyree Hill, I think Davante Adams, I think Stephon Diggs. No. This guy had had the best season for a wide receiver ever. For me, yeah. Well, we're going to talk about that but now. In that drive, they put the game on ice because Matthew Stafford was throwing very good passes to Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup was doing no. He was every catch he had was um, over 5 yards on the first down, and in one part they were in fourth down, and when they losing, they need to convert that fourth opportunity. So they put a jet sweep on Cooper Cup, and he do the job. He's amazingly good. He's clutch. Sorry, Judge. What means clutch? Clutch means he's very good at the most important time of the game, at the end. You saw that. If you saw the Super Bowl, you can tell me that it's true. He was catching passes for the first down, and then with 1 minute 50, they were already in the 10-yard line of the Bengals. So now this happened. The refs were very bad all the game. Well, I don't know if say bad, but they have some issues. They didn't throw too many flags on the first 3 quarters, but in the last one, especially in that last 10 yards, they threw like 2 or 3 flags. So first it was a holding on the Bengals defense, and then was another pass interference. It was it was it was very confusing because it was 2 flags on the Bengals, and the first one and they didn't throw a flag on a penalty on Cooper Cup, but it's okay. Well, they were in third down Rams, and after that holding penalty by the Bengals, they were on the 1 yard line or 2 yard line with another set of downs, and then Cooper Cup catch the touchdown, the second touchdown of the game, and well, what can I say? Eli Apple, the cornerback from the Bengals, he's better to do to make posts on Twitter than playing football because he only likes to talk and talk And when the big game comes and you have the trip and you have the best wide receiver in the game, he had two touchdowns to him and the touchdown to win the game. Yeah, the Rams won the Super Bowl. After that, Cooper Kupp had 8 receptions for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Amazing, 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 amazing. Now, Bengals had the ball with 1 minute 30, yes, with 2 timeouts, and they have the chance to score. With only a field goal, they would put the game on overtime. But the online again. The online. Well, here's something. Zach Taylor, the coach of the Bengals. For me, if you can see the game or you saw the game, they have they were doing a very good job moving the ball, and they have a third and one of the fifth 48, 42 of their territory, very close to the 50-yard line, and it was third and one, and you're losing by 3. You need to score. You have to throw a pass and move the chains. That's very easy. Not easy, but you practice for that. But I don't know, he decided to run not with Mixon because Joe Mixon, the running back from the Bengals, he has an average of 4.8 yards per carry, almost 5. So if you can give the ball to him, he's going to have the first down. But what happened? They gave the ball to Perrin. I think I pronounced his name right. Samaj Perrin. Yeah, this guy. In the first quarter, he had a carry for no yards, also in third down, and again they gave him the ball again. I don't know why. You tried to surprise them. Okay, you did it, but he he didn't have the first down. It was a very bad decision by Zach Taylor or whoever took that decision. I don't know how you can run a third and one on a 2 minute drill when you're losing the Super Bowl. And that guy only had one carry all the night before this last carry for no yards. Now you have a fourth down situation. Now what happened? The beast, Aaron Donald. Oh, what a player! What can I say about him? If he can, if he wants to return now, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I know there maybe he can be a Hall of Famer, but let's see what happened. Was fourth down, 4-1. They had to pass, obviously, because they didn't do that on the third down. And Aaron Donald just made his way to Joe Burrow, the quarterback of the Bengals. He was going to sack him, sorry. And then Joe Burrow threw the ball very good. And again, Sam Perrin, the running back. I think it wasn't Perrin. I don't know if it was T. Higgins or Soma. Oh, well, it was. Well, I think it was Perrin. Again, he he threw the ball, and if Perrin would um, dive for the ball, I think he would catch that. Did you catch in the game? The ball was very close for the camera angle. He was very close. If he would dive for that ball, maybe Bengals had another opportunity, but you never know. And that was a fourth down stop for the defense. And that was the game. That was the game. And the Rams are Super Bowl champions for the first time in 20, 21 or 20 years. Yeah, no more. 23 years. Yeah. So, very good job, Rams. I told you they weren't going to win the Super Bowl. They did it. And I said that all line is going to have very if that line can play good, they would won the Super Bowl, the Bengals. But like I told you, nope, that didn't happen. It was a very surprise because in the first half they were doing very good, but then just fell apart. Cooper Kupp, the wide receiver, had the best season ever. Super Bowl MVP, the best player of the final game. He was triple crown champion. He had more touchdowns, more yards, and more receptions than any wide receiver in the season. Then he had more receptions in a postseason run in the history of the NFL. And he was very close to Larry Fitzgerald record for most touchdowns in a postseason. In a postseason. So wow, what a good job, Rams. They they said, I don't care about my future. I want present right now, and they bring Matthew Stafford and another a lot of superstars to win the game right now. Maybe they can run it back next year, maybe, but it's very difficult. Only like Patriots, San Francisco, Green Bay, and Dallas. I think they were the only teams to win back-to-back championships, so it's very difficult. But congratulations, Rams! You did it! Finally, Matthew Stafford has his ring after spending 13 years in Detroit. But wow, Cooper Cup, one they can. Oh, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Cooper Cup, OBJ. Wow, amazing, 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 amazing. Amazing Super Bowl. I like it a lot. Not one of the best ones, but the last three were very ugly, so this is very good. Now, Rams maybe can run it back, can be back to back champions next year. But now, what happened with Bengals? Bengals, I don't think they're going to run it back or even close to the playoffs. I know they have 53 million in cap space. They have to resign Jesse Bates, and they have to do very good choices on the draft, on the free agency, to put better players on the line because Joe Burrow was the most sacked quarterback in a postseason run. You can imagine that. He was sacked 7 times in the Super Bowl. What? I don't know. Um, if they want to return to this point, they have to help Joe Burrow. You can't put more bad players on the old line. You're going to kill him. You already did that on the last year. He broke his not his knee, was the ACL, the worst injury in sports, and he was with a knee injury. So you need a line. If you want to be in the big game again, or even next to the close to the playoffs, you need a line. You can't survive like this. Now the other teams know how to play against the Bengals. Put pressure on Joe Burrow. That line is terrible. So better prepare, Bengals. You have a lot of cap space, a lot of millions of dollars to spend on players. So I want to say a very good job. So thank you for listening to this podcast. This is going to be the last podcast of the season because it's the end of NFL. Have to wait 7 months to see again football. But it's not over. We're going to talk about free agency, draft, and after that predictions and see what the teams did the in the free agency and all that stuff. So the next podcast is going to be about hockey or basketball. Maybe basketball because it's the All Star break. So we're going to check on that. So thank you for listening to me. Congratulations, Rams. Maybe they can run it back. You never know. We're going to see that next year because Tom Brady is retired. All the legends of this century are retired. So it's a new start for the NFL. The new generation is coming. So we're going to have very good years from now. So thank you for listening to me. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye bye.